So you do a clap, just like, it's like a clapper. You know why they do those clappers? It's because then it makes a big spike on the audio cue, and then it makes it easier for them to sync it up.
Oh.
But we don't have one, so.
I think the only coordination we need to have is why don't you introduce us and lead us in?
Okay, well, welcome to Jake and Clay Gourmet. This is a cooking show. Right. So today, this is our first episode, so we're gonna keep this short and sweet.
Yep.
Emphasis on the sweet. Clay, what are we making today?
Well, there are people, bad people, Jake, that would call these muddy buddies. But like I said, they're bad people.
It's dumb.
Today we are making Puppy Chow. And luckily, we're going to bring in our sponsor today. The good folks, the men and women at Chex Rice Cereal, contacted us, asked us like, hey, can you show people how to kind of put a little Jake and Clay Gourmet twist on the Muddy Buddy. So we're going to show you how you do that today. Let's get into this. All right, so let's sweeten up the season first.
I like it.
Number one, you need some Chex cereal.
Do you see how easy I open that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No jitters.
Now, one thing you'll notice that we're doing is we're not measuring, because real chefs don't measure stuff. Jake, go ahead and show them how we do it.
How many cups is that, you think?
It's 12 cups in total. Oh no, that one I would say. I mean, that's 4.23 cups.
You think we need the whole bag?
Yeah.
12 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12.
Now, some folks, like, the good thing about Chex and why they're one of our sponsors is because this simply right here is a treat. Right? You could, I mean, at a party, you're trying to impress your friends, kind of a little hors d'oeuvre, like Chex Mix.
Very dry.
Who's going to turn it down? No one. Unless they're dumb. All right, so we have the rice Chex. This isn't a recipe. This is just internal notes that I wanted to make sure I mentioned. So now we need some chocolate chips.
We have some here.
Yeah.
Who's our sponsor on our chocolate chips today?
They're not a very well-known company. Nestle, Toll House. I've
Never heard of them.
never heard of them. But one thing about these chocolate chips that you'll notice, and that kind of speaks to Jake and I's refined palate, is that these are semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now, some of you Neanderthals only want milk chocolate, but with time and age, you'll understand that the semi-sweet adds a certain richness that the milk chocolate just kind of drowns out with sugar. Also, one thing that sold me on this, Jake, is that it's conflict-free, and it's 35% cacao.
Good. That's my safe word.
Yeah. So what we want to do with this is kind of just dump all of them in there.
How many cups do you think that is?
13, 14.
All right.
So we do that. And then, do you want to talk to the folks about the next ingredients?
I think we've got a couple of ingredients left. There's 3 that it could be. I don't have my cereal box notes right in front of me, so I'm guessing that it's time for vanilla, peanut butter, or powdered sugar.
Yeah, and I think one thing about us is we kind of have the natural feel for the order. So you can just choose it, whatever you choose is the right. Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Yeah. So I'm going to come over here, just impromptu, grab a spoon, not strategically placed there.
No, we didn't set this up. This is just how we live.
This is how our kitchen always looks. And I'm just going to kind of mix that in there.
Really?
Yeah.
What technique are you using?
This is something that I learned from the League of Assassins when I was training with Ra's al Ghul.
So you pronounce it Raish.
Well, I pronounce it Raish when I'm in a comic mood. I pronounce it Roz when I'm in a Chris Nolan mood.
Do you ever pronounce it Raj?
I haven't, but I might in the future. Let me give you a better spoon for that. Now, this is kind of a good peanut. Feel the weight of that spoon. How good does that feel?
Where do you even get a spoon like this?
Crate and Barrel, who's
Barrel?
also a sponsor of ours.
No. Yeah? We got them?
We got them.
Amanda got them.
I talked to Crate and Barrel.
They're good guys.
The thing with the peanut butter here, Jake, is just fill it out. Now, tune in, because this is a master at work figuring out proportions.
Do you see that?
Jif.
Choosy moms choose it.
Not skip.
Doesn't really make sense. Like, if they're choosy, of course they're going to choose something.
Yeah. That's like...
I thought we were supposed to melt the chocolate chips.
Some people do. Go ahead and keep doing that, and we'll get into that in just a second. So what we'll probably want to do next is just, definitely keep adding peanut butter. And then what we're going to do is these checks in particular are kind of built to withstand the heats of a microwave oven. So, and also you'll see what happens when we microwave this peanut butter too. In a microwave safe bowl, which I knew.
It is glass, which is a microwave safe.
Yeah. Now you'll notice what Jake's doing here, folks, is he's using all the peanut butter. We bought this particular size because it's the exact amount that we knew we needed to feed us.
So this metal is not microwave safe, so do not put your spoon in the microwave.
That's what amateurs do, and we're not amateurs. So over here is this microwave oven.
Is that a GE?
It's a GE, General Electric. Apparently they're in some financial trouble. So, but we'll talk politics in another episode. Let's get this through.
How long do you think you need to microwave those chocolate chips?
The thing about chocolate chips is you do it for a little bit, and then you stir it.
And that's why we have our wooden spoon.
Yeah. And that's what the spoon's for. Now, I would recommend stirring with a wooden spoon because just kind of the feel of it. And when you're dealing with hot things, I found that you don't want to melt the metal and break it down like some blacksmith, and then you're eating
Spinning is just hypnotizing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's chocolate in there, there's peanut butter in there, there's checks in there.
So we're 30 seconds in.
It's beautiful.
We're 30 seconds in. Let's take it out.
All right. Ooh, do you smell that?
Let's knead it.
Me neither. I don't smell it yet. But as it starts to melt and starts to cook, ultimately, this is a baking show, a cooking show. It's a food show.
It's a food show. We're foodies. We're #foodies. We also, if you couldn't tell, aren't afraid to blaze our own trail.
No. This might not be the order that you'd normally do these things.
Some people would say stuff like, muddy buddies, because these are the people that don't understand. Make themselves. It's just 3 or 4 simple steps and voila. But that's really not the case. I haven't found that to be true. I feel like when we make our food, you have to have a little bit of soul, a little bit of heart. Mm-hmm. And yes, I washed my hands before.
We just washed our hands.
Yeah.
Together.
A little bit of germaphobes. Okay, so now, Jake, I think let's put it back in there.
Let's do it.
Let's start it again.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Look at that. Glass on glass.
So we're doing some glass.
On air.
So have you been watching any good television shows lately?
We have recently been watching a little bit of everything. Watching some Bachelor. I'm not crazy about Ari. I know some of my gals out there are. The Kissing Bandit, Pillow Lips, whatever you want to call him, but I don't buy it. I don't think he's that good. They had Kenny on as a special guest. Spoiler, if anybody hasn't seen episode 3. Kenny, the pretty boy pit bull, I don't remember his last name, but he was a dancer from Vegas and professional wrestler.
We're Team Kenny.
And I was just like, I just wish Kenny was the Bachelor. And my wife agreed. So I think that settles it.
You're so right about that.
Chris Harrison, if you want to have the most dramatic episode of The Bachelor ever, get Kenny. That's all I'm saying.
The thing that makes Chris Harrison so indispensable is without him, you would never know when
Is it the last rose? How many roses are there?
There are several.
We wouldn't know. So I didn't want to ruin my, I would say paradigm. You know what I mean? I have a really specific, oh my gosh.
Just gonna go look at that.
Can you see that?
That's exactly how you want it to look.
Some people would have made this on the stove. They would have dropped in the chocolate chips. They would have added some peanut butter. They would have stirred it as it slowly melted. And then they would have poured it over the top of the money or the checks.
It's inappropriate to call them idiots like I just did, but I just don't know what other word I should use for it. I mean,
morons.
And you see what this is right here is we have a really,
my goodness,
really.
Wow. Are you getting hungry?
Goodness.
I think I'm getting hungry.
Yes. And the good thing about Puppy Chow is that it's a treat, but it's also part of a complete breakfast. Mm-hmm. So you can eat it really whenever and whatever.
What do you put on cereal in the morning? Milk. What's in chocolate? Milk. We didn't get milk chocolate, but if we did, I mean, just have a glass of milk.
It's semi-sweet. I mean,
You don't have to have the milk on it. Just have a glass of milk with your Muddy Buddies.
and you'll want it.
I mean, your Puppy Chow. Did you hear me just call that Muddy Buddies?
No, I didn't hear that.
Thank goodness.
So,
Wow.
did I tell you that I got in touch with the people?
The Starved Vanilla imitation.
Yeah.
People.
So, for weeks I've been telling Jake, I'm going to get Starved Vanilla.
I said
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
get Starved Vanilla.
No, you're not.
I've been tweeting at them. I have followed them on Insta. Their
I've tried to
IG.
find them on MySpace. They're not on there.
They're not on MySpace. Which, do you want to open that?
Oh, I don't know.
Which is stupid because MySpace is making a comeback.
I heard Justin Timberlake bought
Oh,
it.
you pull it. I was
You
trying
can
to-
push or you can pull.
I've heard that.
Yep.
From a good source. Now, the thing about imitation vanilla flavor is you can never add too much of it. It is something that,
Yeah.
do you like vanilla? Hell yeah, we do. And you put a little vanilla in there. And then what you're going to want to do here is, again, mix. Kind of a neat, kind of a, not to get too sensual on this show, but just kind of a soft massage.
Yeah.
Massage.
There needs to be a good rhythm. You'll hear it. And you'll smell it. Because the chocolate and the vanilla are starting to mix.
Now,
like
this, we're reaching what I like to call the Scarface phase of making Puppy Chow.
It's the best part.
And if any of you have seen Al Pacino's classic Scarface,
I
you'll
haven't,
understand.
but I've seen a lot of memes.
Yeah. Okay, the guy, Scarface snorts a lot of cocaine in there. And obviously, this confection sugar looks a little bit like cocaine.
Did you see that? I don't know if the camera could catch that.
But before we do this, we also like to, because we're both big fans of LeBron, so it's just,
LBJ, the king.
greatest player in the world. If you also don't believe that, we will fight you. But you just kind of,
Is there really any point, in saying that he's not?
no. Yeah, go ahead. Blow it up.
Oh,
Blow it
I
up.
think I can taste it.
Yeah, you can. And the thing is we could also go for 36 and 7 right now.
Good.
So this is something, again, you don't need to worry about measuring. When we talked about kind of this technique that I was using, Jake, one thing that the people should know is that this technique does work for powders. Not always do
You know
people feel
what?
confident to do this.
You know what impresses me about anytime I cook with you? Is how adaptable you are.
Yeah.
And be adaptable in the kitchen. Like in the kitchen,
What
I'm
have I
also
said since we were kids? Adapt or die.
Adapt or die.
Adapt or die. And we've adapted because we're still alive.
Yep.
We convinced women to marry us. We have kids.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're just going to keep doing this. We'll just.
These are looking pretty good. This is looking pretty chowy.
This is actually, now, one thing that you've done, or what we've done with this, is you'll notice that, like, some people that melt the chocolate first or whatever, they're dealing with, like, whole pieces of the Czech cereal, and it's dumb.
Be different.
Because you don't really want to deal with whole pieces as much as you want to deal with partial pieces.
Right.
Just tell them why.
Well, I mean, think about your life. Do you really want to be the square checks? Do you want to be a square? Is that what you want? You don't.
No.
Be different. Be small pieces.